Hello there, welcome to MaMinecraft. See you're new, let me show you around. Before I do, let's just go through some of the important things as you've spawned. Hopefully, as you've walked along, you've read some of these signs, but let me take you over the finer points of these. First of all, my name is zsturgess and I'm an officer here on the MaMinecraft server, along with Essemm. Your admin is Bania, and your sort of semi-admin or deputy admin is Floater. Before you can build on our server, you'll have to get promoted. Any one of the people I've just mentioned can promote you. Please, just ask when you log on. When you spawn, on the reverse of the wall, you can see commands help, key commands on our server. Please take the time to read some of these. They'll be very important in helping you get around. With no further ado, let's get started on the tour. Follow me. First off in the spawn building, often called WIP, over there you'll see Essemm's public dockyards where you can launch boats, and out of this door is the door to the rest of the world. When you're new, if you're not promoted, you may not be able to open the piston doors correctly, so you may have to use the wooden door on the right. Let me show you to the castle. The most important part of the castle is the castle basement. That's down here. Shut the door behind you. Thanks. This is the castle storage room. It's a general server storage room, and many players treat it as a loan, and that's how we'd like you to treat it. Take what you need, but aim to get it back someday. Simple as that. Let's proceed through. This is the main basement room, main portal to the nether, our admin, Daniel, and his pet pig JP, the enchantment and potion rooms, and then we can proceed up to the rest of the castle. Out this way is the main food bin, the server. Again, you're encouraged to grow your own, but take what you need and aim to get it back someday. Then this is the rest of the main carving. Upper floors contain more storage, randomness, and then on the very top are some railways and other pleasantries. But we can skip that for now. Follow. This is yet another storage room. And then we can enter Main Street. This is a long walk, so let's get moving. The admin's old house. It's actually a scale replica of his real life house. Let's keep moving along Main Street. This is the main library area. This first building is the library itself. At the moment it's fairly empty, but we encourage all members to write books and leave them here for the rest of us to read. There are also a few secrets inside, see if you can find them. After you come down the stairs on Main Street, on your left is Flash Warp Stock. This is the main server shop and utilises one of our main plugins called Hypereconomy. You can use /money to see how much money you have. Then you can use that money to buy or sell items at the shop. Help is provided on the wall back here. Continuing along the main street now. Next item of interest is the statue of Bud. This utilises an elevator, so let me go first. Just hit the button and select your destination. Your turn. There you go, that wasn't so bad, was it? You are now at the foot of the statue of Bud. Moving along the main street, after the big brick wall, is the MaMinecraft Management Office. Everyone who's important on the server has an office here. You can let yourself in, either by the door buzzer, or by utilising this lever right here. Simples. On your left is the MaMinecraft TV studio. Our admin and our deputy admin sometimes film server news here. When the light is on, please do not enter. Each floor has chests for you to leave letters, if you require the attention of someone on the server who has an office. You can use /letter and then type your message and leave them in the box. The ground floors are currently vacant, although this may change in a later date. And then there's another good old elevator to get to all the other floors. Hit the button for me, would you? Thanks. This is the admin's current house, right up on the hill overlooking the library and the general library area. You can also leave donations for him here. Let's proceed all the way back along Main Street to the main area. There are many areas of the server, and they're all quite spread out, which is where the /warp command comes in handy. So now, with me, do /warp space sky, all lowercase. This is the Sky Village, principally built by Connor Bramble, with also help from zsturgess and Essemm. This is the main Sky building. Follow me. On this floor is storage and workbenches, furnaces, etc. As you can see, some of Sky is still a work in progress. On the upper floor, you have the cafe at the top. On the middle, you have the officers' lounge, which is no entry to scruffs like you, I'm afraid. And then over here is Connor Bramble's new house. Let's go down and explore the rest of Sky. On the right here is Firefan44's house. He earned a nickname for his rather large collection of chickens as Eggfan, although it seems his collection is rather lower these days. Is the Big Dropper, also known as the Glory Hole. Stand in the hole, push the button, don't move, and don't forget to scream. It'll take you down to the floor, but let's skip that for now. Downstairs is Sky's main notice board. On the left is the Great Hall. Apparently just eye candy, doesn't really serve much purpose, but it's here and it's awesome. Moving around is the water slide built by Essemm. It's commonly used to race mobs there. Next along is Ginger Towers, the home of Ninja that's Ginger. And finally at the moment on Sky is the House of the Future, my very own creation. In a chest you can find a book to see and get a tour around the House of the Future. But for the moment, I'll just leave it out. You can come back here later, using /warp space future. Let's utilise the glory hole to get down to the ground floor. Stand in if you will. Hit the button. Don't move. Nice jump, 10 out of 10. So this is the start of the parkour course. Again, you can use /warp space parkour to get here. So this is the main parkour course. Let me help you out here by flying to the end and just teleporting you. You can come back and try this later. So over there you see Connor Bramble's new dome, but let's swim to the shore and I'll take you back towards the castle. Moving along the coast is this giant structure. This one, again, is one of my creations. It's a rock, paper, scissors game machine with a working CPU. I'll play you at that a little bit later. Moving further along the coast is what I like to call Essemm's utility area, although it's open to everyone. Here is another nether portal, which ends up in the same place as the main castle nether portal. An XP farmer. A mob grinder. And many other little facets of information. Over there, on the far left, you can see Essemm's mushroom farm and Essemm's shroom house. On the right, you can see the HMS AAGH, again, one of my creations. On the left again is that spawn building where you first appeared. On the right is my own house. Continuing along the coast is the remnants of a large TNT explosion. Lovingly known as Mount Kaboom 2, this holds many mobs, many mines, and even a couple of underground houses. On the rim of Mount Kaboom 2, Pac-Man comes into view. A creation jointly made by myself, Essemm, and a few other members of the server. This is actually a first-person implementation of the full Pac-Man game. There we go. Full rules are shown at the wall, and a chest is provided for you to back up your inventory. Again, I'll let you have a go later, and it's really a one-player game, although it can be done with a team. If we come to a stop here, we can see Essemm's watchtower, and on the right, New Bania comes into view. Originally a village meant for humans, built by the admin, it was long ago abandoned and converted into an NPC village. Here you can trade with any of the many inhabitants, but the real power comes at the end of the road. Follow me this way. This, again one of my creations, made jointly with Essemm, is a villager deal or no deal machine. Click on the villager in the trade window, decide whether you want to trade, hit no deal if you don't, or hit deal to save the villager for later. You can then hit call banker to get a new deal. Coming out of Bania, we see one of the many new pathways that are springing up around the server. This path leads towards the new castle built by Floater and Bania. On the right there, you can see J Verdi's Girls Club. So this is the new castle. Made up of the main castle itself and a small village around it with a large wall. It's not really much at the moment, still a work in progress, but aims to be a working, self-contained town with farms, stable, and all sorts of interesting features. We now move on to a set of areas that really are too far to walk and require the use of the /walk command. So, with me, if you can /walk pyramid. So this is what you'll find when you /walk pyramid. Also known as the ziggurat, it was built jointly by Click Beetle and Trixie Frog. Inside is their own home, and on the outside is a series of visually pleasing farms and generic nature. Leaving the ziggurat, which you can still see behind you, the apartments come into view. Again, a joint build by Daniel and Floater, our admin and semi-admin. These generally are holds up for new members, a swimming pool, and also serve as Floater's main residence. On the inside of Floater apartments, you'll find the swimming pool, and staircases to upper floors where you'll find rooms for everybody. This, for example, is floor 1. So this is Skeletspawn, the XP grinder and farm, hooked up to a legitimately found skeleton spawner. Ah, you found the dungeon viewer. Step in, flip the lever, and you can watch the skeletons spawn to their death. Moving downstairs, you'll find chests with items, and then through this door is the vault with more chests to store the items if you want them. Finally, we move to another warp location and a similar utility. Actually under the ship HMS AAGH if you remember the name, but you can access it by doing /warp space slime. This is /warp slime, originally started by J24 and then bettered and continued by Essemm. This was originally a slime farm, but now takes the form of a generic mob spawner grinder. So that concludes your tour of MaMinecraft. There's still many places to explore, as well as some places that I've briefly covered, but not in full detail. Full details, you can do /warp with no arguments. You can see the full list of warps that are available on the server. There are also many other commands to learn. You can have a look on the wall on the reverse of spawn, as shown earlier, or you can always ask one of us for help. Any of the officers, admins, or even general members will only be too happy to help you. If you look into real trouble, you can do /letter, your message, and then holding the letter you can do /post, and then the person of your choice, or you can deliver it to the MaMinecraft management officer. Have fun, and see you around.